Hello everyone, welcome to this video that is a little different from what I usually do. My name is Matt and I work at Exceed as Technical Director. So today we're going to showcase how to use the Exceed chart for WinForms. The little caveat is that we're going to be doing it from within a WPF application, so stick around. All right, welcome back. So before we get started, there's three different assemblies that we need to add as a reference to our application. So in our solution, we'll go inside the project itself. We're going to go under Dependencies. We're going to click on Add Project Reference. So these assemblies that we're going to be using are System.Drawing.Common, System Windows Presentation, and there is another one for Windows Presentation that is here, WindowsFormsIntegration. So how that works basically is that if you have .NET 6, 7, or 8 installed, you will probably have these assemblies already available to you. So if we look inside dependencies, you're going to see the chart DLL. So those I grabbed from the Exceed website, because in this demo, we're going to be taking a look more specifically on how to add a chart control to your application. But this should work for any WinForm controls. So these are the three ones we want. System.Drawing.Common, like I said, and the others. If we look in properties, this is where you will find these DLLs right here. Inside this folder by default, unless you change the .NET folder where you installed it. I will put this in the notes just below if you want to copy paste. Usually there should be exactly there. All right. So once you added these three references to your application, you're already ready to go. I did not find how to do this simply from NuGet. I would have expected to be able to do that, but this is still pretty simple and easy to do. So there's a few things we need to do to set up this. The first thing would be to add a visual element in WPF in the XAML. I use a grid that will act as the container to my WinForm host. So I just gave it a name. You can name it to whatever you want. It's up to you. So in my code here, as you can see, I added a chart control from Exceed, and I'm using also, it's important to note, this is the using I added to my application to make things easier when doing the integration. So the one thing we want to declare is a WindowsFormsHost. That is a control that is available in this namespace. And this is the item that we're going to be adding our WinForm control to as a child. And then we'll add this, this host inside the XAML here as a child of the grid. So all this code that you see here is basically stuff that I've declared for the usage of my chart control. You're going to see what it looks like. So all I do is I create an instance of a chart control. I add data. I add all the effects I want, and that works really well. And then I add as a host, a child to my host, the chart control. And then I go and grab my grid that is the XAML element here. I add the child, and then I add the host. That's it. That's all you're going to need to do. There's a lot of code here just for the look and feel, but it's basically 3 lines of code and you're good to go with your own WinForm control. So if we run that, there you go. So quite easily, you'll have your own WinForm control hosted in WPF. And this is somewhat of an elaborate control, and even that works really well. It's all it's all coded in OpenGL when you use the Exceed chart for WinForms. It works really, really well. It's a very powerful control. Basically, any chart you can imagine, you can do with this product. There's even a little demo that explains how to create all these charts. There's a ton of them that you can do, basically, with code examples. of course, this control is about 10 to 15 years old. So the look and feel, you will probably need to adjust your more modern application, but that's all the properties are there. Everything's there for you to do the look you want. That applies to more modern looking applications. Based on your feedback, based on your reaction, maybe I'll do more code samples and showcase how to build chart, but that's it. That's all you got to do to host a WinForm control in WPF, and in this case, the XC chart control for WinForms. Thank you so much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll have some questions and feedback from you guys. Thank you so much.